Hi everyone, I hope you're okay, and I hope that the videos we keep uploading are helping you out. On this video guys, I'll be tackling the first question from the preliminary exam which was written in the province of Gauteng in the year of 2024. Please do expect a total number of 12 videos since the question paper had 12 questions in total. That simply means each and every question will have its own video. And please guys, do take this seriously. I strongly believe that knowing how to tackle exam questions will give you an edge whenever you write your preliminary exam and most importantly your final examination. So please do share the video to your peers so that they may have the same edge as you, and please guys do help us grow the channel by just subscribing. Okay, question one. I'm given an equation over there. I'm supposed to determine the values of k if x is equal to 2. So I must use this equation to find k if x is equal to 2. Nah? That's x minus k. So if x is equal to 2, guys, for me to find k, all I have to do is to just substitute the value of x. Just substitute the value of x. Nah? This will just give me 2 minus 5, and then I'll have 2 minus k on the other bracket. I still have 2k. I still have 2k is equal to negative 3 multiplied by 2 minus k. That's 2k being equal to negative 6 plus 3k. If I take the 3k to the other side, I'll end up having 2k minus 3k, which will just give me negative k is equal to a negative 6. And hence k is just equal to 6. So k is basically equal to 6. Okay. And then now I'm being told to find the values of x, to determine the values of x if k is equal to 2. Now I know that k is equal to 2. All I have to do is to solve x. Solve x if k is equal to 2. I must just multiply out the brackets on the right hand side. On the right hand side, I'll simply have x squared minus 7x plus 10. On the left hand side, I'll have a 4. Then the next step, guys, is to make sure my equation is in standard form. That means everything should be on the left hand side and 0 on the right hand side. If I take this to the other side, I'll end up having x squared minus 7x, and then 10 minus 4 will just give me a positive 6. And then I'm looking for the factors of 6. That's when I add will give me 7. And those factors are 6 and 1. The sign here is positive. That means my brackets will have the same sign rather, but not just any sign, the sign of the middle term. The sign of the middle term is negative. That means I'll have negative and negative over there, and hence x is equal to 6 or x is just equal to 1. So if k is 2, guys, then x will be equal to 6 or x can be equal to 1. And then now I'm supposed to solve x if I'm given this quadratic equation over here. Once I see this statement over here, guys, I know that I don't need to stress myself with finding the factors. I must just use quadratic equation. Are you together? But before I do that, I must make sure that my equation is in standard form. So I'll simply say 2x squared minus 8k plus 3 is equal to 0. The value of a, guys, is the coefficient of x squared, that's 2. The value of b is the coefficient of x, and the value of c is our constant term. Quadratic equation simply says minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. And then that's minus b plus or minus the square root of minus b squared. The value of a is 2 rather, and then c is equal to 3 all over 2a. And then for me to find the answers, guys, I just need to punch my precious calculator. Minus a negative 8 plus the square root of negative 8 squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So this will just give me an answer of x x is equal to 3,58 or x is equal to, let me use a negative sign there at the top, or x is just equal to 0.42. So these are my two roots, guys. Now, and then now I'm supposed to solve x if I'm given an equation that has surds. I have an equation that has surds over there. So how can I solve x? The equation simply says I have the square root of 2 multiplied by x plus 10 minus 10 is equal to x minus 12. Okay, the first thing I need to do, guys, is to just isolate the square root. Inside the square root, I'll end up having 2x plus 20. Remember that, guys, this is a 10, né? Excuse my handwriting, it looks like a 16, but that's a 10 over there. Okay, and then if I take the negative 10 to the other side, I'll end up having x minus 12 plus 10 is just equal to a negative 2. Now all I have to do, guys, is to square both sides for me to remove the square roots. I'll simply square, I'll square both sides. Now I'll end up having 2x plus 20 is equal to x squared minus 4x plus 4. Then I must make sure my equation is in standard form. I'll take these two to the other side. I'll end up having x squared minus it's negative 4x minus 2x, that's just negative 6x, and then 4 minus 20 is equal to negative 16. I'm looking for the factors of 16 that when I subtract will give me 6. The factors of 16 that when I subtract will give me 6, those are 8 and 2. The sign there is minus, that means my brackets should have different signs, and the bigger factor, guys, will always take the sign of the middle term. So the negative will be here and the plus will be there. So x is just equal to 8 or x is equal to 2. And both of these roots are applicable. So x is 8 or x is equal to 2. Okay, and then now I'm supposed to solve x, guys. I'm given an inequality. I'm told that 3 to the power x multiplied by x minus 5 is less than 0. I am multiplying two things, guys, and my answer is negative. This simply means that both of the things I am multiplying are greater than 0. Rather, they have different sign. Excuse me, guys. Because you'll only find a negative answer after multiplying two numbers if those numbers have different signs. One of them has to be positive, whereas the other must be negative. Now, I already know that 3 to the power x is greater than 0 for x is an element of real numbers. This guy over here, guys, will forever be positive. There's no x value that will make this number to be negative. Therefore, I can conclude that it simply means that x minus 5 is the negative number between the two, and hence x is just less than 5. Are you together? So the answer over there, x is less than 5. Okay, and then I'm supposed to solve the following equations simultaneously. I'm told that I have the square root of 3x squared multiplied by 9 to the power y is equal to 27. This is my first equation. And then for my second equation, what do we have? X plus 4y squared is equal to 6. X plus 4y squared is equal to 6. This is our second equation. Okay. We must manipulate, guys, one of these equations, né? And it will be easier for us. It will be easier for us to manipulate the first equation. Remember that, guys, from your laws of exponents, a root of a number is always the denominator of your exponent. Né? So this can be rewritten as x to the power b all over a. The root will become the denominator of your exponent. So from equation 1, this thing can be written as 3 to the power x over 2 multiplied by 9 to the power y squared can be written as 3 to the power 2y. And then on the left hand side I have 27. 27 can be written as 3 to the power 3. On the left hand side, guys, I have bases that are the same multiplying one another. So I can simply take one base and then add my my exponents, right? So I'll end up having x over 2 plus 2y is just equal to 3 to the power 3. Are you together? So now, guys, I have one base on the other side and one base, and both of these bases are equal. I can therefore conclude that x over 2 plus 2y is equal to 3. And hence x over 2 is just equal to 3 minus 2y. Therefore, x will simply be equal to 6 minus 4y. By doing this, guys, I'm forming equation 3. After forming equation 3, I can simply say substitute equation 3 in equation 2. Remember that, guys, I have x minus plus 4y squared. So whenever I come across x, I'll simply substitute 6 minus 4y. Are you together? And then I have plus 4y squared is equal to 6. Are you together? And then all I have to do, guys, is to make sure my equation is in standard form. I'll end up having 4y squared minus 4y is equal to 0. Because if I bring the 6 on the other side, I'll end up having 6 minus 6, which will give me 0. I can divide both sides, rather every term by 4. I'll end up having y squared minus y is equal to 0. Take out a common factor, then y minus 1 is equal to 0. Therefore, y is equal to 0, or y is equal to 1. After finding the values of y, guys, I must just go and find the corresponding x values. So when y is equal to 0, therefore x is just equal to 6 minus 4 times 0, and then that will just give me 6. So I know that when x is 6, y must be 0. And then on the other side, I'll simply say when y is equal to 1, therefore x is just equal to 6 minus 4 times 1, which will just give me 2. So I now know that when x is 2, y is 1. So these, guys, these are the two solutions of our simultaneous equation, 6 and 0, and then 2 and 1. The answers there, 6 and 0, and then 2 and 1. Okay, for 1.4, guys, I'm told that the solution of a quadratic equation are given by that over there. Né? I'm supposed to state the values of p for which the equation will have two equal roots. Remember, guys, your nature of roots. Né? If ever you have two equal roots, that simply means delta, or the discriminant, is equal to 0. Delta is the one that appears under the square root over there. So that simply means 2p plus 5 is equal to 0, and then 2p is equal to a negative 5, and hence p is negative 5 over 2. So for my equation to have two equal roots, p must be equal to negative 5 over 2. And then for the following questions, they want me to find the values of p so that my equation will have no real roots. If my equation, guys, have no real root, that means delta, or the discriminant, is less than 0. In our case, I'll simply say 2p plus 5 is less than 0, and hence 2p is less than negative 5, and then p is just less than negative 5 over 2. So p is less than negative 5 over 2. That's how, guys, we're supposed to tackle this question over there. So please, guys, do stay tuned and wait for more videos. Thank you for your time.